Thank you for joining me. Today we are going to do a beginner's mini workout, okay, so beginner level. We're going to start with our feet hip width apart and weight nice and even through those feet. And I just want you to take a moment to transfer the weight forward in your foot and all the way back through to your heel. Okay, so just bring the weight all the way forward, right into your toes, and then all the way back through into the heel of your foot. Just do that once more time and really think about where the weight is passing in your feet as it travels through. And then I want you to come to a stop in the middle where the weight is even through your big toe, your little toe and your heel on each foot. And then we'll just do a little shift, fully loading one foot and then fully loading the other foot. Okay, again just going from side to side, being aware of when the weight is more in one foot than the other, and being aware of that middle section, yes, when the weight passes evenly through both feet. And it's at that point when the weight's even both left and right that I want you to stop, okay? So the weight's even through the whole of each foot and through both feet. You're going to bring your pelvis to a neutral alignment where your hip bones and your pubic bone are parallel, yes, and level with each other. Feel for your rib cage and make sure that rib cage is sitting directly on top of your pelvis. And grow tall through the crown of your head. Alright, turn the palms to face forward. Take a big breath in. And as you breathe out, you're just going to take those arms out to the side and just in your peripheral region float them all the way around and reach up towards the ceiling. And then as you breathe in, you're going to float those arms back down by your side. Same again, breathing out, take those arms out and round. And breathing in to bring them all the way back down. And last one here, breathing out, take those arms out and round. Good. And breathing in to float them back down by your side. Lovely. From here, I want you to just cross the arms over your chest, okay? And we're going to take a small rotation here. So a little bit of tummy going on. I want you to keep your hips still and facing the front. As you breathe out, you're going to turn your head, your neck, your upper back, and turn to look behind you while keeping those hips nice and still. Breathe in, return to centre. Breathing out, take it the other way. And take head, neck, and upper back. Good. Breathing in, come back to centre. Just one more in each direction. Breathing out to rotate. Breathing in to come back to centre. And breathing out. Rotate, good, and breathing in to come back to centre. Release the arms down. We're going to come down onto our mat now, okay, and find our relaxation position. So coming down onto your mat with your head, your rib cage and your pelvis nice and heavy on the mat. Alright, just do a couple of pelvic tilts forward and back and find that neutral alignment through your pelvis and your spine, where your hip bones are level left and right. Your pubic bone comes in alignment with your hips and that pelvis is parallel to the floor. Alright, the rib cage is nicely settled down here. Your legs are parallel and hip width apart. Reach your arms nice and long. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, I want you to send one leg away from you down the mat as you reach the other arm up and overhead. Good. Breathe in, bring it all back to where you started and change sides. Breathing out, opposite arm and leg, reach away from you. And breathing in to draw it back in. Good, two more to each side like that. Keeping this nice alignment through the spine. Nothing should be changing in your back or through your pelvis. You're keeping that nice and still as you just reach opposite arm and leg away. Last one on each side, breathing out. Reach opposite arm and leg away. Breathe in, bring it back in. And changing sides, opposite arm and leg are going away. Good. Breathing in. Bring it back into where you started. Just place your hands on your hip bones now. And just keep them there to give you a bit of feedback as we take the knee out to the side, okay? So on your next out breath, I want you to take one knee out to the side, just a little way. And then breathing in, draw it back in towards you, and then change sides. Breathing out, knee drop out to the side. Breathing in to return. We'll just do 2 more to each side. Breathing out, knee drop. Breathing in to return, and then breathing out, knee drop. And breathing in to return. The whole time keeping your pelvis and your spine nice and still. Last one, coming up. Breathing out, knee drop. Breathing in to return. Good. Taking it into some knee folds. We're going to work in singles today, just because that's a nice, easy place to start, okay? Working on keeping this neutral. So as you breathe out, you're going to bring one knee into a single knee fold, right angle hip and knee. Breathe in and hold that, and then breathe out, you're going to return that foot to the floor, keeping that right angle at the knee, okay? Breathing out, bring the other leg in, single knee fold, breathe in, hold. Breathing out, return that foot to the floor. Good. We're going to keep going alternating legs. Breathing out, single knee fold. Breathing in to hold, breathing out to return. Breathing out, single knee fold. Breathing in to hold, and breathe out to return. Good. Last one on each side. A little bit of centre here, just to control the leg back down. And then the other side, breathe in, hold. And breathing out, just a little dip and hollow of the abdominals, and return that foot to the floor. Just bring those feet a little bit closer in towards you, still hip width apart. We're taking it into our spine curls. Let's reach the arms long by our side. Big breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to tilt the pelvis back. Okay, scoop the abdominals and start to peel the spine up bone by bone, sending the knees away from you and the hips nice and high. Leave your shoulders resting on the mat. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out bone by bone, bring the spine all the way back down to neutral where you started. Okay, breath in here. And breathing out, tilt the pelvis. Zip up those abdominals and peel the spine up. Send the knees away from you, keep the hips nice and high. Take a breath here. And as you breathe out bone by bone, bring the spine all the way back down to the mat. Lengthening through, find space for those discs, yes, in your spine. One more of these, breathing out, tilt the pelvis back, scoop the abdominals, peel the spine up, bone by bone. Be strong here, really use your muscles in your bottom to lift those hips and extend them up towards the ceiling. Take a breath here, and let's float the arms away if we can. All right, reaching the arms overhead as we bring the spine down. If it feels too much taking your arms away from the mat at this stage, leave them where they are. Yeah, leave them on the mat. Bring the arms back down. Lovely, connect your legs together here. Really glue the inner thighs, your knees and your ankles together. Take your arms out to the side, palms facing up. And we're going to do some nice simple hip rolls from here when we rotate the spine, okay? Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, keep those legs glued together. Roll the pelvis over to one side. Keep the shoulders in contact with the floor the whole time. Breathe in to return. Breathing out, take it the other way. Hip roll. Good. Breathing in to return. We'll just do 2 more. Breathing out to hip roll. Breathing in to return. I should have said to each side. So we've got this one and then 2 more after that. Breathing out, hip roll. Breathing in to return. Last one to each side. Breathing out, hip roll. Breathe in to return. And last one. Turn the pelvis. Yes, rotate the spine. Leave your shoulders where they are. Good. Breathing in to return. Very nicely done. Come on to your side. Okay, we'll have one arm reaching up the mat. We'll have our feet in line with our bottom here. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. A little bit of lift in the waist and connection here. Let's have that top hand just resting on the top hip. Keep your heels glued together. Breathe out, lift that top knee. Breathe in to lower it down. Now we want to be in a neutral alignment here, so I want the ribs to be directly in line with the hips below. And I want you to keep this top hip nice and still as you lift and lower that knee. So we're not changing the spine at all. We're keeping a nice neutral spine here as we lift and lower. We've got 3 more. Breathing out, lift. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out to lift. And in to lower. And out to lift. And and come round onto the other side. Feet in line with your bottom, one arm reaching up the mat. Okay, your hip over hip, your shoulder over shoulder. There's a little bit of connection into your waist. All right, let's keep that top hand on the top hip. So we've got a bit of feedback as to what's going on. Ribs is still in a good alignment to those hips. All right, breathe out, lift the top knee. Breathing in to lower it down. And breathing out to lift. And in to lower, good. Breathe out, lift. Breathing into lower. Good, keep that little bit of activity in the waist the whole time. Last two coming up, breathing out to lift that knee. Breathing in to lower it down. And breathing out to lift. And breathing in to lower, well done. Give that a little rub if you need to. Coming round onto your tummies. From here, just take your legs a little bit wider than your hips. Turn out slightly at the hip if you can. Alright, we're going to rest our forehead on the backs of our hands here. And release through the shoulders. Alright, pull up into your tummy. So pulling your belly button back towards your spine. Make sure your pelvis is neutral. So you should feel those two hip bones and the pubic bone with equal pressure passing through to the floor. Okay, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, I want you to lengthen one leg away from you and just lift it very slightly away from the floor. Breathe in to lower it down and then change sides. Breathing out, lengthen the leg away slightly and then lift it. Breathing in to lower it down. Breathing out, lengthen and lift. Breathing in to lower. Breathing out, lengthen and lift. Breathing in to lower. Making sure nothing shifts in the back. And that we don't lose contact of the pubic bone to the floor. We also don't want to shift one way or the other, so both hip bones should stay grounded. Last one on each side. Breathing out, lift. Breathe in, lower. And the other side, breathing out, lift. And breathing in to lower. Good, taking your arms out to the side now, elbows bent, okay? Hands in line with your jaw thereabouts, your forehead just resting onto the floor or the mat. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, I want you to draw a little line with your nose, lead through the crown of the head and just extend into the upper part of the spine. Just drawing the back of your head up towards the ceiling, shining your chest forward, pushing your forearms into the mat. Okay, breathe in, lower it down. Nothing should be changing in the lower back with this. The pelvis stays neutral. Your tummy stays switched on. Shine the chest forward and around. The shoulder blades want to draw down your back slightly as you extend into the upper part of the spine. Breathing out. And breathing in to return. And we're just going to do one more of these. Make sure you're neutral in your pelvis. Just lift the pelvic floor slightly, draw navel back towards spine. And then last one. Bone by bone, extend the spine. And then return. Back down. Well done. Pushing back into a rest position from here, knees wide, feet together. And just push your bottom back towards your heels. Reach the arms nice and long. We're going to come round into a seated position. Seated position, I should say. Soles of your feet together. Okay, sitting up nice and tall. And again, in this position, you want to make sure that the ribs are sitting directly above those hips. All right? Crown of the head reaching for the ceiling. I'm going to take you into a little side flexion here. Breathe in, float one arm up by the side of your ear. Reach that arm up, and as you breathe out, just take the upper body over to one side. Try and leave both sit bones equally weighted to the floor at this point. Take a breath here. And then as you breathe out, restack the spine bone by bone all the way back up and float the arm back down, okay? Breathing in, other arm comes up. Breathing out, lift up, and then bone by bone come over to the side. Keep those sit bones nicely grounded, keep that top arm reaching, take a breath in. And breathing out, lift all the way up and float the arm down. Lovely, one more to each side, breathing in. And out. Breathe in, hold. and breathing out to return. Lovely, last one here, breathing in and breathing out over to one side. Good, and then we step the spine all the way back up and float the arm down. Very nicely done. I'm going to turn sideways onto you just so you can see what I'm doing. The leg position stays the same. We're going to just round the spine forward slightly into a spine stretch forward. So hands on the outside of those legs, sitting up nice and tall to start off with. As you breathe out, I want you to draw the chin in towards the chest and start to peel the spine forward, bone by bone. Just rounding the spine through, taking the hands down towards your ankles. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, grow tall and lengthen the spine back up. Relaxing those shoulders back down, your back. Let's do that twice more. Breathing out round the spine. It's like you're going around a giant ball. Try not to let the hips flex anymore. Leave the sit bones where they are, the pelvis where it is. Take a breath. And breathing out. Let those shoulder blades draw back down the back as you grow tall through your spine. Last one here, lead with the crown of the head. Breathing out round the spine, bone by bone, all the way round. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, grow tall, relax the shoulders back down your back, and grow nice and tall. Well done. Just finishing in a standing position. Okay, so up you come nice and slowly, just to stand before we finish off. So weight back even through those feet, okay, hip width apart, knees facing forward, pelvis neutral, ribs sitting nicely on top. Take a breath in here. And as we breathe out, those arms are going out to the side, reaching around and clasping behind your head. Just breathe in and shrug your shoulders. Breathe out and release them down. Open elbows, send the arms up. And float the arms all the way back down by your side. And we'll do that one more time. Take the arms out and round. Clasp them behind your head. Breathe in, shrug your shoulders. Breathe out, release them down. Open your elbows, send your arms back up, and float the arms all the way back down by your side. Give your shoulders a roll. And that's it for your mini session today. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.